Welcome to the deep dive. Look, you know The Lord of the Rings. Probably have seen the films, I don't know, a dozen times. Read the books.
Sure, maybe argued about second breakfast.
Exactly. But what if I told you the stack of sources you've brought in? Well, it's got some incredible little-known secrets. Stuff even serious fans might miss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's unpack this material today. Our mission. Pull out those surprising facts, give you a shortcut to being, really clued in about Middle-earth.
And what's fascinating here, looking through these sources, is how they reveal such deep layers, not just about the world itself, but the incredible effort behind it all.
You mean the creation process?
Yeah, the painstaking work, the dedication, both for the books and those huge films. These aren't just like trivia points. They're real nuggets of insight. They show the meticulousness, the passion. It's quite something.
Absolutely. And that meticulousness, it starts right at the top, doesn't it? With Tolkien himself.
Yeah.
Did you know he typed the entire 1,200-page Lord of the Rings manuscript?
I think I heard that, yeah.
But get this. He did it himself, using just 2 fingers.
2 fingers.
On a manual typewriter. I mean, that level of personal effort. It feels almost mythical, doesn't it?
It really does. And, that commitment, it flowed into every single detail of his world building. Take the writing on the One Ring, that fiery script.
Yeah.
It's not just fancy movie effects or gibberish in the book. It's actual black speech of Mordor.
No way.
Yep, written in the Elvish Tangor script.
Yeah.
And Tolkien. He invented both, the language and the script.
He invented them himself.
Yeah, and what this shows is, well, it's not just dedication, it's this profound commitment to an internal logic, right?
Yeah.
So complete that his invented languages feel almost real. They bring the world alive even in these tiny symbols.
So if he was that precise with the details, how much of his own sort of philosophy seeped into Middle-earth? We pulled something interesting from your notes on that.
Oh, yeah.
Tolkien's anti-industrial views.
Oh!
Pretty strong, apparently. He actually said orcs symbolized mindless workers in destructive factories.
That's a key insight, absolutely. It shows Lord of the Rings wasn't just fantasy. It was kind of a vehicle for his critique of the modern world.
Right.
And speaking of, author's intent versus what we got, turns out Tolkien actually wanted Lord of the Rings published as one single book.
One massive book.
One massive volume. But his publisher split it into 3, mostly for cost reasons. Paper was expensive back then.
Ah, okay.
So the trilogy structure we all know,
Yeah.
Fellowship, Two Towers, Return of the King, that was basically a commercial decision, not his original vision.
That really shifts how you think about those books, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It makes you appreciate the single narrative arc even more, maybe.
Incredible personal investment from Tolkien.
Mm-hmm.
But then what about bringing all that detail to the screen? That must have taken a colossal effort, too. Any surprising dedication stories from that side in your source?
A tremendous amount. I mean, for starters, here's a casting fact that surprises a lot of people. Nicolas Cage.
Nick Cage.
Right.
In Lord of the Rings.
He was offered the role of Aragorn. Serious.
Yes.
Yeah. He turned it down, though. Personal reasons, family commitments, that sort of thing. Imagine that movie.
Wow. Hard to picture anyone but Viggo now.
Exactly. Luckily, Viggo Mortensen stepped in and, well, the rest is history.
Yeah.
Made it completely iconic.
He really did. And speaking of bringing the world to life, Minas Tirith, the White City.
Yeah.
For the close-up shots, that wasn't CGI.
Really, it looks so huge.
It's huge. It was an incredibly detailed 23-foot miniature model. The crew apparently called it a bigature.
A bigature. I love it.
It just shows how much physical craftsmanship went into it, Gave it that tangible feel, that weight.
Absolutely. Grounded the fantasy in something real. And some details in the films are, well, they're so subtle you'd miss them unless you're really looking.
Like what?
Like this quirky fact. Legolas. He never directly speaks to Frodo, not once, in the entire film trilogy.
Wait, seriously? They're both in the Fellowship.
I know. They're in scenes together, obviously, but no direct dialogue between them. Just near each other. You'll never unsee that now.
Definitely not. Okay, and to wrap this film section, there's a pretty heartwarming detail here about dedication, too. Viggo Mortensen again.
Oh, yeah.
He actually bought the horse he rode in the films, Brago.
He bought the horse.
Yep. After filming Wrapped, apparently they formed a really deep bond during production.
Oh, that's actually really lovely.
Isn't it? And connecting that to the bigger picture, it just highlights the real emotional connections that happen on these massive projects.
It does. It shows that behind all the effects and the epic story, there's this very human element, often missed, I think.
So Looking back at all this from your sources, what does it all mean for us? We've got this story. It feels so familiar, right? But it's just brimming with hidden layers.
Totally.
From Tolkien's two-finger typing,
Hmm.
the invented languages, the publisher's decision, to the bigatures, and, well, Vigo buying his horse.
Yeah, and I think it underscores something important. That knowledge is most valuable when you actually
Hmm.
understand it, apply it. Critical thinking helps us appreciate just how intricate these creations are. Even the most familiar stories, like you
Yeah.
said, if you approach them with curiosity, and especially with a good stack of sources like the ones you provided, they hold endless surprises. You just have to know where to look.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other stories or maybe pieces of art you have around, things that seem totally familiar. What hidden depths might they be holding, just waiting for you to uncover them?